Hi everyone, it's Tony Richards and welcome to today's Life Focus. Sorry about yesterday, but had some technical difficulties and kept dropping the program, so hopefully it will stay on today. I want to talk for you for just a few minutes about strengthening your mind. Faith, you want to say hi?
Yes, hi.
Faith says hi, everyone. Talk about strengthening your mind because I think we have to take time in our day and we have to just think about and train our mind to be more active, to be more aware. You know, your mind's like a sponge, and if you just drop it in and just let it fill up and let it expand and let it just take you to places maybe you can't even imagine. And I think it does it. And one way we do it is by hobbies that challenge you. You do memorization activities, learn a new language, word games, puzzle games. I love those word games and puzzle games. Faith and I play them all the time. Read more, write more, get into good conversation. Not conversation about just fluffy stuff, but good conversation. Sometimes a good philosophical conversation can take you a long way. What are you doing to stretch your mind? What are you doing to stretch your ability? See, the more you learn, the more you know, the more you're going to be able to respond to things in a more correct and positive manner. Learn something new today. You know, every morning I wake up and I say, I want to try to learn something new, even if it's a new thought, a new idea, a new word, whatever it might be. And at the end of the day, I sit back and I reflect and I say, what exactly did I learn new today? Or what did I do differently today? Today, for example, this can be very simple. I got up and I went for a walk. And now you might say, oh, well, that's great, Tony, go for a walk. But as I was walking, I was thinking, and as I was thinking, I was running into people and I was talking to people and met a new friend today. He's a very interesting person. So you never know. Try something new. Do something new. And when you're out, now when I walk, I'm going to just try to make it a point to run into one new person, talk to them. People are fascinating. Work off lists and groups. I think it's important that we keep our mind active. And one way that our mind stays active is by writing things down. You see, when you write something down, you're putting an impression on the brain and on the mind. And you're more likely, studies have shown, you're more likely to recall something if you wrote it down than you are if you just try to keep it to memory. Yeah, you say, well, sure, that's easy because all I have to do is look at the paper. But you got to remember that you wrote the thing down on the paper. And that's what writing down helps the mind to say, okay, get back and check, see what it is, double check, might be things you omitted. Different ways to strengthen your mind. What do you do? What do you do? Tell me what you do. Write it out. What are some things you do? Other things you can do is create mental images in your mind. I really, for the most part, see in pictures. When somebody says to me, when we're talking in conversation, there was a horse by the river, I literally, in my mind, see an image of a horse standing there by the river. And sometimes I fill other things in, like there's a tree that the horse is standing under. But I see these things when people talk to me. How do you see things? How do you create the mental picture of what you see, what you hear, or what you want to happen? Another way of strengthening your mind is by eating right. Many people, especially in America, we eat the wrong food. We are a heart attack waiting to happen nation because of the junk we put in our bodies. But if you eat right, you strengthen the mind. Your body's in good shape. You can withstand things. You can move faster. You're more agile. Your ability to do things is much greater. Exercise regularly. The doctors tell me, they said, Tony, you don't have to go out and run a marathon every day, but what we want you to do is 3 or 4 days a week, we want you to get out and walk at least 30 minutes. It does wonders. I see such a difference when I walk on those days as compared when I don't walk. And it's funny how your mind will kind of transform your body into getting ready and being ready and wanting to move. We were made to get out there regularly and do things. Be positive in everything you do. Be positive. I know so many people that have so much potential but are so negative. It's always, oh, woe is me. This has happened to me. This is what they're doing to me. Well, you know what? Change it a little bit and say, what can I do to help them? What can I do to strengthen myself? What can I do to be better? And take control. Take control of your situation. Take control of how you are going to strengthen your mind and how you're going to strengthen yourself. Because if we don't take control, someone or something else will. And we don't want that to happen. So we want to strengthen our mind. We want to strengthen our bodies. We want to strengthen our thoughts. We want to strengthen how we eat. We want to be as the best and the top that we can be. God created you for greatness. Don't disappoint Him or yourself. You see, when you learn how to take these little cues, these little techniques, and apply them to everyday life, and it doesn't have to mean you have to make major changes at once. It means you take the small steps. Try a little bit every day. Instead of walking or not walking, walk 5 minutes today. Then tomorrow walk 10 minutes. And then a few days later walk 15 minutes. And just keep a positive outlook. Take control of who and what you are and where you're going. And you're going to find by strengthening your mind, you're strengthening your abilities also. And when you do all that, say it with me. Say it with me, Faith. You go forward. Thanks for being with me today, everyone. Write me at TonyRichardsSpeaking@gmail.com. My website is TonyRichards.net. This program will be uploaded to YouTube in about 20 minutes. Simply go to YouTube.com and type in Tony Richards Life Focus, and you can see this one and others as well. Come on, strengthen yourself. Strengthen yourself, strengthen others, strengthen your situation, strengthen your environment, strengthen your moment, and go forward.